Can I push play? All right. Okay, 1 sec. Alright, here we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I don't know if I want to change my shirt actually. I changed. Okay. Hi, I changed. I'm dead. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Dominga Chaton. If you are new, hello, my name is Dominga. And if you're returning, hello. I have promised you this video and I am delivering it now. I wanted to give some weight loss tips just as basic beginner weight loss tips, because I know a lot of you come to me, don't mind I have my phone because I have everything written down. A lot of you guys come to me and you're like, how do I just get started? How do I like put my foot, step my, what's the thing? Put my foot in it. How do I get my foot wet? Something like that. How do you start? All right, so I want to give my experience of how I started and the best ways that I get back on track. So if I stop, how do I get right back on track? Why am I qualified? I'll just give you a brief history of my weight loss experience. Around my junior, senior year of high school, I was the heaviest weight that I've ever been, around 230. 228 was the highest that I weighed at in a scale. But 230, I just say 230 because I'm sure I was up there. I just wasn't weighing myself all the time when I was at my biggest weight. Then I lost 50 pounds doing a program called Lindora, which is a weight loss program, although it is very expensive. And now that I've done it, I had done it for so long, it was pretty easy to me. So I lost the majority of the 50 pounds. I actually gained it back. I gained more back, started at 224, went down to 175, gained it all back because that's when everything was going wrong when I tried to enter and enlist in the military the first time around. So I wasn't in a good space there. I gained all the weight back, and then after that I went back and lost 50 pounds again, but I was kind of just teetering around like 180s and stuff. So I stopped Lindora because I was like, it's really expensive. I'm sure I could do this on my own. I just need to, basically, I need something like this. I need a video like this. Just give me how to start back, even if I fall off track. So after that, I was teetering between like 180s, 190s, and my mom and my oldest sister were doing keto. And then me and my sister Janelle, if you guys follow us on our Instagram, you know that we do keto now. And now that I've done keto for almost 2 years now, I've gone down to 170. So I started at like 190 with keto, 170 now. But I gained a lot more muscle than I did when I was doing Lindora, the first weight loss program. But that's basically the overview of that. So around 60 pounds lost. So there, and I'm still going down. I'm about 170 right now. I'm trying to get in the 160s, which will be the lowest that I've like ever been going down to my weight. So that's awesome. And then, yeah, if you want to know more about that, my Instagram has all of it. I'm always talking to you guys about like fitness and weight loss and all that stuff and other stuff, my photography and art and stuff like that. So, and military and Air Force. It's a lot. Okay. Number 1, get a food tracker. Whether that is an app, I use MyFitnessPal, or there's like a Lose It app, or you can do even a food journal. When I was doing the Lindora, I did a food journal. Start tracking your food. For the first couple of days, honestly, don't even change your diet. Just start tracking everything you put in your mouth. For MyFitnessPal, I put in calories, or I put in the food, and then it measures the calories and then macros. If you don't know what macros are, it's really simple. I thought it was harder than it was. Macros are just carbs, proteins, and fats. So in all your foods, carbs, proteins, and fats. That's it. It's really simple. If you guys want a video on macros and counting them, just need more of an explanation on what they are, let me know, because I thought it was like a really hard, complicated. No, it's really easy. So if you want another video on that, let me know in the comments below. So you want to start tracking your food because you want it to become a habit. So when I was doing Lindora, I tracked everything. I had to track everything. Then when I started doing keto, but like really trying to lose weight for the military, like really go down to my weight, I tracked everything I put in my mouth. And so what I'm saying is you want to start tracking down everything. 1, to see what you're eating every day, because a lot of the times we're not conscious of everything that we're putting in our mouth, and we're like, I don't eat a lot, I just like but you can tell after you track everything, all the little snacks, all the little bites that you have, they all add up. So that's the one thing that I want to get, and I know it's super hard. It took me years to start like actually tracking my food. Even my sister told me today, she's like, yeah, I can't do that. Like, I can't track my food. But she knows that she needs to get her food in check, because the working out, you know, sometimes that's really easy, like the working out, but it's the food that we have to watch out for. So get a tracking app, get a journal, something you could take with you. Mine's the MyFitnessPal, so it's on my phone. You want to make sure that every little bite you're putting into your food tracker or food journal. And then after you put it in, make sure you look back. You want to look back into what you are actually putting in to your food journal, what you're actually putting into your mouth. And then when you go back, you're like, oh, why did I even do that? I didn't even need it. I didn't even need that extra piece of brownie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can start taking things out, and that's what I do. So then next, depending on what your diet is, as in, are you on a regular standard American diet? Are you on paleo, keto, vegetarian, vegan? Like, I don't know what you guys are. Keto works for me, and I've made it complement my body more. So like, some things I do, some things I don't in the keto world, because there's a lot of new information that's coming out, and I don't go with everything that comes out. That people say what keto is. Sometimes it's not. Anyway, do your own research. I have some of my favorite keto YouTubers that I can link in the description below. I'll do that. But I have some keto videos. I'll probably do some more if you would like to see more, like what I eat in a days. Leave that in the comments. Whatever your meal plan is, start logging it like the night before, the week before. I don't really like meal prepping. Like, I don't like making it days before, but I like logging it days before. So that way, like, let's say the night before, I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna have this, I know I'm gonna have that. And then in the morning, I already know how many calories it was in there, how many carbs, how many fats, blah, blah, blah. I already know. I don't have to think, oh, what am I gonna make? So a lot of people, that's why they like meal prepping, because it's right there, you can grab and go. Me, I just like already having it logged in. And that's what a lot of people do that I've been watching for keto and stuff. Another thing is, I'm also doing intermittent fasting, which has helped me a lot. If you don't know what that is, I'll leave another link in the description. That way you can kind of understand what intermittent fasting is. I love that. So I don't start eating minimum, like 12 p.m. is when I start. And usually I don't even start till like 2 p.m. Start eating. And then I stop around 6. Sometimes I stop around like 7 or 8, depending on what time I go to sleep. So I have a small eating window, and that's when I start eating, and I'll log it in. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna have, I know when I'm gonna have it. Good, all good. So you don't need to necessarily meal prep, but it's good to have it logged into your journal or food tracker. Calories and carbs. This is, for me, again, this is my experience. Once I started to actually drop the weight, it was when I was going really strict on my calories. I was going down to like 1,000, 1,200. I am not a dietitian. You already know this, disclaimer, okay? This is what I was doing. I was going around 1,200, and I was still working out, and I was having more fats and less carbs, because again, keto, but the fats were keeping me full, and then I was still able to like go work out and do all this other stuff and then lose the weight. I know some people are scared to drop their calories low, and that's fine. Again, this is what I did. I'm telling you what worked for me. So when you start recording in your food journal or food app, you are going to figure out how many calories you're eating a day regularly, like on a regular week. How many calories a day do you eat? And then you can tweak those. I'll leave a food calculator in the description box below, so that way you can figure out how many calories you should be eating a day, because it's a lot different than what we think. And sometimes they kind of up my calories, and I'll push them back a little lower. Don't go too low. I am a 5'7" female, so mine is going to be different than yours, and that's why I don't really like to give people, you should eat this many calories, and they're like, but I'm like a 6'4" dude, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, like, you need more food, you know what I'm saying? So it's really individualized, and that's why I'll leave the calculator, and then it'll help. On the calculator, if you want another video just on that, let me know in the comments below. For carbs, if you want to know carbs, I already told you my calories. It's about 1,200 just to lose the weight quickly for Air Force, and then I'll go back up because I really am trying to gain this muscle. You know, I ain't trying to have no loose skin no more, trying to get rid of that. Carb intake, when I was on Lindora, the first weight loss program that I did, I was about 50 carbs. I was eating about 50 carbs a day or less. Now I'm about 20 carbs or less, so I even dropped it low. Sometimes if I have a day where I'm not doing full keto, then I'll up the carbs, stuff like that. But usually, like when I'm in the weight loss mode, it's about 20 carbs or less. And I do eat adequate amount of protein as well. I don't lower my protein that much at all. Actually, it's pretty up there with the fats. Fats are actually coming down a little bit, and protein is they're kind of head and head right now. And that's why I said this is for me. This is what I've been doing. So you have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out what works for you. Boom. What works for you. Figure out what works for you. Don't rely on me. Okay. I get a lot of people messaging me saying, how do you just stay consistent? How do you do this every day? How do you gotta make it a habit. Motivation can only get you so far. You're not gonna find motivation every day. They'll say, you know, I've come this far, but I can't keep going. Or I always get on, but I fall back off. Main thing for me is I just kept going. I don't care if you fall off for a day, for a week, for a month, for a year, I don't care. As long as you get back on, you have not failed. So my main thing is consistency. The more that you do it, you're making a habit. Once you make a habit, it's not as strenuous anymore. So think about like making your bed. Every day you're making your bed, and it's in your head, you're creating that habit. One day you wake up, go about your business, and you're like, oh shoot, my bed's already made. Because you already made it, but you're not thinking about it because it became a habit. So you know how you do things in the morning, you go brush your teeth, wash your face, all this stuff, and you don't even think about it anymore? Why? Because it's a habit. And so that's the same thing with working out. The more you do it, it's gonna become a habit. Also, I will say, I found things that I liked. If you are tired of the elliptical, which I feel you, I was tired of the elliptical, get off the elliptical, go find something else to do. Me and my sister, now that we people wanna see us work out, you know, and we found workouts that work for us, we go and try different things. We've done MMA, boxing, kickboxing, that's pretty much it. What else have we done? Different things, okay? So you want to make sure you're challenging yourself. Oh, we have monthly challenges that we've been doing. If you are not following us on our Instagrams, you can be a part of these monthly challenges, and it's really fun because you know that it's you and everybody else, and you're all doing it every day for this month, whether that's a run challenge, a push-up challenge, something like that. So it's just really fun, and it gets you moving. It's not just you on the elliptical for 30 minutes to an hour and okay, good, going home now, and it's that's boring. That shouldn't be how working out is. That's why they call it a lifestyle. At this point, I've come to really like working out, and that's crazy to say because when I was younger, you couldn't pay me enough to want to go into the gym. So when I was younger, I had trainers, and I was on diets and everything like that, and it was oh, I hated it so much. And it's so crazy now. It's so different. I love it, but it's because one, I want it I know health-wise I want it, looks-wise I want it, as in I feel better, I feel like I look better, everything's better, my skin's better, stuff like that. And so that's every little thing is motivating me even more. I'm closer. I'm doing fitness things that I never thought I could do. I remember I was doing the monkey bars. I could never do the monkey bars when I was younger. And then one day I was like, you know what? This was last year. I was like, no, this summer. And I was like, you know what? I want to do the monkey bars. And I did it. And I got 3 or 4 out of it. It was crazy. Y'all, I had never, ever been able to do the monkey bars. When I was younger and we'd all go to the park. Never. And now I'll do it was great. So little things like that, I was like, oh yes, stuff like that. And then it's crazy because you never think you're gonna get there. I was that person who's like, you know what? I'm just the bigger girl. That's me. A lot of you guys have told me the same thing. That's me. I'm the bigger girl. That's just, it runs my family. That's just how, you know, God made me, Like, I hear all these things because I used to say them to myself too. And every time I do something, accomplish another little goal, accomplish another thing, I'm like, wow, my mind's just being blown because I never thought I could do this. And so I think a lot of the times we limit our own selves because we say these things. Oh, I'm just meant to be this way. And it's like, no, we can push ourselves so much further, Like, it's crazy. All right, let's get back to the tips. I'm sorry. So, habits, 3 words: habits, consistency, lifestyle. You want to be consistent enough to make it a habit. Once it's a habit, it becomes a lifestyle. You got to make your lifestyle active, as in, don't sit in your room all day watching Netflix. I know that your guys' jobs, if you have a job that's more sedentary, you're sitting in a chair all day, man, stand up, do something. Just keep moving all day. A lot of the times we think we're gonna lose weight if I go to the gym an hour for 3 days a week. It's not really like that. If we're just constantly moving all day, I don't know if you guys have ever found this, but like when you go to a vacation or something like that and you're moving constantly, you're always just on the move. Sometimes I gain weight, but sometimes I also gain muscle and lose fat, and the weight is just like water weight or something. But I lose fat because, like, I just went to Cabo, I gained 2 pounds of muscle, lost 2 pounds of fat. My weight went up because I gained a lot of water weight. Water weight can go by real quick. But that muscle and that fat loss, why? Because I was active every single day. A week of just walking, literally walking places. So just making it consistent, making your life active. And that's what we have to do. And that's one of the reasons why I'm very ready to go to the military, because I want something that's going to be active. So people are like, what job do you want? I don't know yet. I'm still going through the enlisting process, but something where I can be active, not really sedentary. Now I know I'll have time like on the side to go to the gym, but if my job is already, I'm up and moving, that's gonna help, because I can gain weight pretty fast. So it'd be easy if my work fit my active lifestyle. That makes sense. Okay, I have lifting videos in my YouTube, and let me tell you, I never thought I can go to the lifting part. One, because you know, you don't really want to go there. It's kind of scary. You're like, do I really want to go into the pit where all these people are and they're all gonna be judging me? One, nobody's looking at you. I mean, they are, but like, they don't care. As in, like, I'm always looking at people, but I'm always looking at people. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that next. Oh, she looking good. Like, that's why I'm always looking. So I'm sorry if I'm staring at you. You see me at the gym, I'm staring. It's because I'm taking notes and I write down like, ooh, that's good. How many reps? How many, like, that's what I be doing sometimes. So sorry. Carbs and sugar. I leave sugar alone much as possible, even fruits. I know you guys are gonna be like, but fruits are natural sugars. I don't care. They got sugar. Your body still is sugar. In your body is sugar. Okay, I don't care if it's fruit or a fruit roll-up. It's sugar, okay? So I just try to stay away from those, especially when I'm cutting weight. Now sometimes I be eating fruit, watermelon, I love it, but I'm already at the weight, a lower weight. So don't be eating all those things. You gotta stick to, we're trying to lose weight in this, okay? We're trying to get healthier. You can eat the fruit later when you're down in your weight, okay? When we're in the military, you could do that, okay? Snack foods, even though they're whole foods, I like to stay away from processed anything really. For me, I just like to stay away from the process because you really don't know what they're putting in there. Even like people are doing keto processed foods. Don't follow the hype. I don't like protein bars. I really don't. But I'm not a snacky person. I don't know if you guys are. Like my sister, she likes to snack. I like to have meals. I like to have nice, thick meals, you know? So it depends on who you are. Like she can snack, she can do all that. I can't, because I will snack all day. And that's why I said you gotta log, because before I logged, I was just snacking. I'm like, it's a little bit, it's a little bite. That little bite becomes a whole big meal. So I just leave the carbs alone. So like pastas, grains, pizza, stuff like that. Leave the sugars alone. Fruits, if I do eat fruits, like when I'm cutting, I'll eat berries. Blueberries, raspberries, stuff like that, blackberries. And then processed foods, I try to leave those alone. Just no. Time. Get that out. And I know it's hard because you guys are probably living in homes where you have all these snacks. We don't really have snacks in my house anymore. We don't have bread, so I can't go downstairs and just make a sandwich. No, I have like whole foods. So it's either I cook, you know, or you can meal prep, which I'm not a fan. I like to just cook, so that's fine. But it's easier when you don't have it in your house. So if you guys are doing this with the family, it's gonna be so much easier. If you are by yourself in this and it's just you, it's gonna be more on you to make it a habit and keep consistent. Even if you fall off, you get right back on, because you have not failed if you get right back on. So that being said, I would stop eating fruit for the time being. This is what I did again. Stop eating fruit for the time being. And then whatever, once you get down and you know what works for you, then you could introduce it back in. And keto, if you are doing keto or something like that, then it is, you want to stay low with the sugars and the fruits. You want to stick to the berries. Even strawberries, I wasn't having that as much. I was having more like raspberry, blueberry, and not that much because it's fine. So my camera died, sorry. So I'm charging it right now, but I'll just finish this on my phone. Discipline and consistency have been big words this year in my life, and I just wanted to pass that on to you, to stay disciplined, stay consistent, and also stay patient. I think those three will kind of encompass 2018, 2019 of just like how I've been feeling, how I've managed my life, how I've managed my health and fitness, my military journey, weight loss journey, my faith. All of that is just discipline, consistency, and patience. I also wanted to leave you with, I know I talked about this already, but changing our mindsets to, you know, I was meant to be this way, or this is just how I am. You know, we were made to change. You know, our bodies are capable of so much more than we think. And I just want to leave you with that. Don't get stuck in the mindset of this is how it is because everything else is too hard. And I know that feeling. And I just want you guys to reach out to me if you feel that way, if you've ever felt that way, because at one point in my life, I was just like, you know what? This is just how I am. I can't change. I can't. And so God must have, you know, made me this way and stuff like that. And the more that I change, I'm just like, you know what? I'm relying way more on God now to be consistent and persistent and disciplined. And it's just showing me how much, wow, I can change. And it's just all through just having this faith that, you know what, God, I want to be healthy. I want to have a strong, healthy body, one that I can just be active with, that I can live a full active life with this body that you blessed me with. So that's what I'm going to leave off today. I hope that you guys got something from this video. Please, please, please leave a comment. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if you guys like this video, if you want me to do it differently, let me know. If you are not subscribed yet and you would like to subscribe, the button's there. You can press the bell and that'll let you know when I have a new video. Other than that, go to my Instagram. That's where I have everything. That's where I talk to you guys the most and have the most conversations. So you can go over there and I will see you on another video. All right, bye. Bye guys.